Howdy neighbors, I'm Mac McCarty, here again with the Rough and Tumble channel. Certainly do thank you for tuning in, appreciate your support. Hope you've been able to share these with some of the folks you know, friends and family. I'm just so thankful to be able to preserve some of this for a lot of these people that I knew. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my wife, you know. She likes having this available for herself. This story goes back in the days of the boom, you know, for the East Texas woodbine field. My grandfather had roughnecked up in Arkansas, saved his money, and decided to open up a little store in East Texas. And the first one was on the old road coming from Kilgore, going to the south end of the field, south of Pistol Hill, what's Laird Hill now. And I don't think they were there very long. And then they got down to Sexton City, and he had several businesses in Sexton City, Texas. I don't have the reference anymore. You know, the people that knew, they're gone. They're gone. But some of these things, I was told these stories. My dad didn't tell me so much of it as some of people he knew that he introduced me to. And this one was told to me by Mr. Noble, who was a really good friend, maybe best friend of my grandpa. And he worked for, Mr. Noble worked for Amico production company. Now, at the time that this story happened, I don't think it would have been called Amico. It would have been one of the earlier companies. And at any rate, he would, you know, my grandpa would get busy and have to go into Kilgore for business and stuff. And he'd get Mr. Noble to run the store for him for a while, you know, to kind of pinch hit, as it were. And this is what was happening this particular day. Grandpa had gone in to take care of some business in Kilgore. And so Mr. Noble running the store, and here comes in this big old boy, oil field hand. And about the time that he got upset about something, he was cussing Mr. Noble for everything he was worth. And my grandpa had got back down to the store and parked out back there and was coming toward the store, and he hears all this cussing going on. So he kind of trots over and comes in the back door, and as he comes in, that man is going out the front door. And he looks at Mr. Noble and he said, "Was that man cussing you?" He said, "Yes, Mac, he was cussing me." He said, "But don't worry about it." He said, it's okay. He said, "The man's crazy." He said, "That man will kill you." He said, "I guarantee you he'll kill you." And my grandpa says, "Nobody cusses my friend in my store. Nobody won't put up with that." And so out he went, out the front door. Well, Grandpa was 5'7", but he'd been around the world in the U.S. Navy, World War I. He was not a man to be jacking with, and roughneck for years. And this other old boy was about well over 6 feet, is what Mr. Noble told me, and big man. And so Grandpa just went out there and confronted him, and man, they got into it, went to Fish City. And boy, they were getting it on. And well, you know, McCarty's an Irish name. Kind of goes with the territory. That fighting is in the blood. And he whipped that man's tail. I mean, he whipped him soundly. And that big old boy was laying there on the ground, and as he was trying to pull himself up to leave, he looked over there at my grandpa and he says, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you graveyard dead." He said, "You better never forget to be looking behind you. You're a dead man." Well, my grandpa believed him. So did Noble. He said, "That man means it." And he says, "Mac," he says, you ought to say something to law." He said, "Well, they're not going to be a watch all the time." He said, I'll just keep my eye open." Well, it was weeks past, and Grandpa was, for some reason, up there on a lease around what's now Laird Hill, but it was called Pistol Hill back in those days. Turns out that was a very appropriate name because he got up there on that lease, and here comes this old boy in that lease. I don't know if he knew he was going to be there or what, but he comes in there, and the guy starts walking right straight to him, pulls out a pistol, and points it. He's fixing to shoot him dead right there, and no questions asked, just boom. And so my grandpa pulled his pistol out and shot him and killed him graveyard dead, and just like that. And when the law talked to him and saw what had happened, or found out what had happened, they said, well, that's a simple case of self-defense. It didn't go to court or anything. It was no need. There were law people shooting people from time to time. It was the Wild West, man. I mean, it was a rough place, lots of rough people coming in. It was a different day and time than now, and they had to get order. Those Rangers came in there, and man, those guys, they didn't mess around. Well, that was another story in the life of my grandpa. Just wish so bad I could have met him. I look forward to meeting him on the other side, as well as a lot of other people I'd like to meet. Hope you enjoyed this story. Appreciate a like and a subscribe. And folks, if you would, let people know, share these things. There's a lot of people that are connected to all these people that I talk about. And some of them would really, really appreciate knowing. So until next time, I'm Mac McCarty saying so long for the Rough and Tumble channel.